everybody, it's your girl April Marie, and I am so excited to be here with you again, as always. Welcome to Handle Her With Care podcast. I just want to give a moment and say thank you so much to all my subscribers. You guys have been great. I just switched to a new YouTube page, so I'm definitely going to be pumping that out to you guys so that it has podcast only on it, okay? So that you can get nothing but more Handle Her With Care, our great topics, all of the information that we're giving. We are serving, okay? This is real. So I want to say thank you to the place that has made my podcast dreams come true. Thank you to 661 Creators Space right here in Lancaster, California. They are amazing. If you have a podcast or any need for multimedia or anything like that, this is the place where you want to be because they're amazing, okay? Great quality, great atmosphere, great people. I love it. I also wanted to say thank you to my sponsor, myhairhoney.com.
Ooh, yes.
If you haven't grabbed a bottle of our hair growth oil, it is your time to do that now, okay? It is the bomb. Let me show you. This is what it looks like. I show you every show, but hey, if you don't know, now you know. You can grab it for yourself, like I said, at myhairhoney.com. It is a wonderful treat for your hair. If you have any left over from once you've applied it to your hair, you can put it on your elbows, your knees, and any other space. It smells good, it feels good, and it's 100% natural, okay? So get a bottle, because why not?
Wow.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Hi,
I'm back.
She's back. Okay. So,
yes.
Thank you, Stephanie, for coming back to Handle Her With Care podcast.
I'm happy to be here.
Yes, and I'm so happy to have you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So I know I said last time, just so you know, when we covered our flirting topic, this is my sister.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome, sister.
Oh, thanks for having me.
How you feel?
I feel good.
Good.
A little nervous.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Stop. Why?
Are people going to find out about
what?
My life?
Maybe.
The intimate workings of
life of your heart.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel it. So
that's why we're here.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, to keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
Talk.
Mm-hmm. Share. Grow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the vibe.
Yeah.
For sure. So let's dive into our topic. Our topic is sex versus intimacy.
Yes.
Intimacy 101. That's really where we're at.
Okay.
Because, we can talk about sex, and sex is cool, and we're going to talk more about sex as the podcast continues, because that is something that we need to be talking about. And we don't have wine today, we just have water. So
yay, water.
We'll be cheers to that. It's hot outside, so we got to stay hydrated, okay?
Absolutely.
Got to keep our skin together.
Yes.
And so, sex versus intimacy 101. Sex is a part.
Fun.
Amazing. Sex is great.
Great. Yeah.
Sex is a part of intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it is not the full function of it.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's a lot of misconception, especially when it comes to like men and women and their ideas of sex and intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth is that they go hand in hand. But it's really an umbrella. Intimacy is the umbrella.
Yes.
And sex is one of the components underneath it.
Right, because I know that was good.
Thank you.
I knew you were excited. I can tell you were excited to say it. Like, brace yourself for this good thing. Yeah, you can have, sex without you can have just sex.
You can have sex without intimacy.
Yeah, you can have sex without intimacy. And of course you can have intimacy without sex.
Yes.
So like it doesn't mean they're not the same. They're not interchangeable.
They're not.
Yeah. Like sex and intimacy are two completely, to me they are separate, but like you said,
right.
The best sex is
the best sex
under the umbrella of intimacy.
The umbrella. It's in there.
It's in there. Yeah.
So what I would like to share as my truth is that
Oh.
I have been single
Mm-hmm.
and single-minded
Mm-hmm.
for a long time.
Okay.
And I think that I have thrived in the space of lacking intimacy almost on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Because of relationship trauma.
Okay.
Past hurts, past pains, past things that have happened, and then you build up these calluses, and then you're warding off like that true connection. Because I am a lover girl, and I just can't wait to be enthralled in a beautiful relationship with a man who loves me and is serious about me. And I actually, on the phone coming here, I was talking to Stephanie.
Like, oh my gosh, you said it out loud. You put it out there.
I said, girl. I want first of all, I walked all around the topic. I was like, well, I want a man who thinks I'm pretty, and I want a man
companion.
Who
I want
is a companion. Yeah. I was saying all these words
all the components of a relationship.
Right. Under the umbrella.
Yeah.
Of what intimacy looks like, but not saying I want a real, serious, intimate relationship with a man who loves, trusts, values, relationships, and me, is serious about me, intentional about me.
Yes.
And so letting down these guards that I have.
Yes.
And remembering the softer side of myself.
Yes.
That even allows a man to be intimately nice to me, even.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even allow I didn't used to allow overly nice. Yes, I have to change the language.
Yes.
Overly nice gestures because I couldn't truly accept them because of how I really felt about myself and past relationships, things I allowed, didn't want to have happening, but I just was like, well, this is my man, so I'm gonna deal with it.
Yeah, and it's that feeling of them doing it just to get something out of you too. So overly nice gestures. But even not taking that is like having a wall up or a barrier up, because why? It just has to do with your past traumas and situations that you endured.
I know. Yeah. And that's so unfortunate. But it's not irreversible.
No. Soften that heart, girl.
Because I got to handle myself with care.
Yeah, you do.
I do. So okay. So what I read was that intimacy is a feeling of closeness and connection in an interpersonal relationship. It is an essential part of an intimate relationship, but it also plays an important role in other relationships with friends, family members, and other acquaintances.
Right.
Now, we're not speaking of those relationships today. We are, specifically talking about romantic relationships, right? But what do you think about that?
I agree. I don't know. I've always thought of intimacy. Excuse me.
Don't be scared to say it now.
I know, right? I'm all, oh goodness. Shiver me timbers. Yeah, as being able to share your thoughts, your feelings, your hopes, your dreams. Yeah. Your fears.
Right.
Right? Because that's always a big one too, especially in dealing with men.
Yes. Yes.
That's always a big one.
That is huge.
So yeah, I've always thought of intimacy as openly, or being able to openly share those things with you or that person.
Right.
Yeah. So, it is serious.
It's very serious.
Yeah.
And when I look at other couples and I see I think I've always been fearful of sharing my full self and then being left with that.
Okay.
Or not being fully accepted. And then when I see couples that have full acceptance or they have full like, yeah, like unbridled fear to just be like, let it all hang out. And it is what it is. And I was so sick and my husband was wiping me and helping me. And I'm like, he didn't leave you?
Oh, no.
When this happened? I mean, right?
Like, but I mean, that's a reality too for some people.
That's a fear for me.
Okay.
Is just scurrying away, when times get tough.
Okay.
And regardless of all the information I've divulged, regardless of all of the trust I've put on this moment and on this relationship and into this intimate relationship, my thing was that I was always concerned with the leave part. Well, what if, this happens and then they leave?
Right.
And that's so traumatic.
Sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks, for lack of a better term.
It sucks bad.
Yeah, because intimacy is what makes people feel connected.
Yes.
To each other, to one another. And so if you are fearful that you're building that connection with somebody and then they leave.
Right.
That
makes you not build.
And it makes you more callous.
Yeah.
Because you're like, okay, well, next time I'm not going to share everything because, what if they leave?
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a hard reality.
So then you stop sharing, and so then I stopped sharing.
Okay.
Overly sharing. I'll give you pieces. I think during our flirting conversation we talked about. Yeah. If you haven't watched that episode, it was really good. It's a couple episodes back, but it was so fun. I think I shared that I'm a mystery. I'm like one big mystery. You're not gonna know it. It's next question.
Right.
Because what are you saying? You want to get to know me? Oh, really? Do you really?
Right.
Are you gonna be okay if I divulge? Are you gonna, stand up to? You know what? Let's not even do it.
Right.
Let me just retreat. Yeah. I know my battery's low. Sorry, guys.
On her computer.
It's terrible today.
Yeah. And I think too, it's really hard because I'm single.
Yes.
Right. It's hard navigating intimacy as a single person.
It is. Very.
Just across the board, especially now. There's situationships. There's this. There's. Why are you making that face?
Because I was keep going with the list of ugly situations. It's not. It's not pretty. That's not the pretty side of intimacy. That's not the pretty side of love.
Right.
That's the ugly side of it. That's the side that makes you not want to go outside and play. It makes you just want to stay in the house because it's safe there.
Right. Yeah. I'm not a blurred lines person.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
And when they're blurred, I can't.
It's too hard to navigate.
Yeah.
And it's you're still craving the intimacy and whatever else, but you're only getting, especially in situationships, you're only getting the sex.
Yeah.
And maybe the fun that comes with sex. Oh yeah, we're going to cuddle after.
Right. For 15 minutes.
For 15 minutes.
I gotta go.
I mean, some it might not even just be fit. They might sleep all night.
Was it so? Okay.
Right.
No. That's the man in me, I guess. I'm anyway, what time is it? You got to
Don't
go.
You got
No.
to go?
If that was the case, but what I've seen is that, it may come out of your mouth, sir, that you're only looking for sex. Or ma'am, but then you're doing relationship-esque type things.
That is,
you cannot sleep here. Really, you can't touch me now. Okay, I don't even want the cheap sex.
Yeah,
I'm actually good.
Yeah,
I don't want it.
Right.
I can do me.
Literally. I was I
with no hesitation.
Yes,
I can just do me.
Well, sex without intimacy, it. I mean,
I don't want
to get sad. It's it can be lonely. Still,
it's still lonely.
It's still lonely. It's
you're reaching for a cheap substitute.
Yeah, and I can literally do this myself.
Literally,
thank you. I can do better with my friend.
My little purple friend.
Well, yours is purple, mine is black.
All right.
But I mean, you know what I mean?
Okay, black. might have to explore that.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
I can do this myself. But thanks, but no thanks.
Thanks, but no thanks. I don't want it. If it's not going to consist of something real, something
deeper.
And for me, I want a label. I want you to call me. I want to be your woman, your girlfriend, your, wife.
Right.
Then, moving into that. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be with somebody who does not want to say out loud and can't wait to take me out and spin me around the room and tell everybody this is my woman and I love her. She's amazing. She's beautiful. Yes, like, she's so smart. What are you talking about? What'd you say?
Because we are queens and deserve the royal treatment at all times.
Absolutely.
Don't call me queen, though.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like that.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's like, okay, so you
just had to throw that out there. Yeah. Like, I don't need to be called
queen. What's up, queen?
Yeah,
I don't need it.
Treat me like one.
Just
you know what I mean, and respect me like one.
100%.
And love me like one.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I feel that. So, anywho.
Yeah.
Don't come over here with that mess. Talking about we just booed up.
Because it's confusing.
Yes.
Like, sex without intimacy, or sex without intimacy is confusing.
Yeah. And that's not the purpose of it.
Right.
That's really not the purpose of it. Sex falls under the umbrella of intimacy.
The umbrella.
But it's not there are a lot of couples that have, and some couples, especially as you get older, they don't even have sex, like physical sex, really anymore. I remember my client, she's very older lady in her 80s, and she was saying that her and her husband, she said, oh, and I have to do her impression because I'm pretty good at impressions, but anyway.
Oh, goodness.
I hate to toot my own horn, but toot.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, when he holds me, and I was like, and she was like, oh, he just lay there and he'll put his hand on my face, and I said, oh my goodness, and she said, and we'll just be talking, and when he just tells me he loves me, and I said, wow. That's another level of...
That's intimacy for real.
Good grief, because they've been together 60 years.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
So they've had all the sex, probably with themselves and other people. You know what I mean? Who knows what's going on? Seriously, life is life. But I'm just talking. I'm saying, you never know what goes on in someone's marriage, and that's their business. But the fact that today she can say that when he holds her in the bed and they're talking and they're laughing and they're playing and he's touching her face and holding her in his arms, and she said, it just makes me, it's better than sex. And I said, I love that.
Yeah.
Because there are so many things that are better than just the physical act of sex. And it's true.
I was going to say something.
What were you going to say?
Yeah.
Like oral sex?
Better than an orgasm.
Better than an orgasm? Hey, yeah. It can, but for her, she said it felt like an orgasm.
I was gonna say that, you can have non-sexual orgasms.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Oh my gosh, we're laying here. You're touching my face. We are connecting. That is an amazing feeling. It's the connection.
Heart. The soul of the moment and of the person.
Right.
And you're literally connecting. That's what intimacy does.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the part I think that, yes, sex does create soul ties. And that's why, for people that are abstinent, and same, I'm abstinent. I'm not having sex. Wish I was. I am not. And so, when you're abstinent, right? Or when you're, what's the other word for it? Abstinent or,
I don't know. I can't even think about it right now, but we could just say celibate.
Thank you, girl.
Okay.
Thank you. When you're celibate, abstinent, or if you're still a virgin, kudos, and stay that way until you have an intimate connection.
It's better that way.
With someone who loves you for real. Loves. I'm not just talking about likes. I'm not talking about she cool. She cool. I smash. No, not that. That's not what I'm talking about.
Mm-mm.
Okay. And I mean, to each his own, and right, life is life, and everybody got a whole phase. And if you've never had a whole phase, then,
good job.
Good job.
Yeah.
Kudos.
I'm not even going to encourage it.
I'm not encouraging it either, because it's not all it's freaking cracked up to be. And then you leave your whole phase with like dust on you, a little.
I don't know that. I don't know what she's talking about.
Whatever. Yeah. It's true. I've been a hairstylist for 23 years. Okay. I've heard every dusty story. And I have shared quite a few myself. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I got 2 kids. I'm 40 years old. I'm grown. I've had a whole phase. It was not all it was cracked up to be. And I think that we should stop encouraging women and men alike to be outside just doing it without the connection, without the real life, true connection of what it's like to be with somebody.
Because it's so temporary.
Man.
It's so temporary. Like, it feels good in the moment. Oh my God. He was so...
Right.
And,
it was that.
Oh, it was so good. Because all that is great.
Right.
In the moment. And then it leaves you feeling like, dang. But he did just leave.
He's leaving.
You know what I mean? Like,
and when he leaves...
dressed.
Here's the thing. When he's getting dressed and leaving... Then... Once he's actually gone, the feeling, because there's no intimacy, there's no true connection. Yeah. The feeling of absence is heavy. Yeah. Because that you made that connection, physical connection.
Right.
If you, even while you're having the sex, if you blink 2 or 3 times, you're going to come into consciousness and be like, who is this man again? Or like, what is he about? And why is he on top of me?
Yeah.
And this is just stupid. Like, why do I keep doing this? That is the thought. Then when he's leaving and he's actually gone.
Yeah.
And then you can't reach him probably for at least 4 days. Then, right? This happens.
Yeah, no.
Okay, you making a face, so I didn't know if you were agreeing or disagreeing.
No, it
because
definitely
sometimes
is the story.
That's the story with a lot of guys and girls. They play this game.
Right.
So I was there. Yeah, it was cool or whatever. But I'm gonna put her on ice for a few days. I'm gonna revisit.
But that happens too, so that they don't build the intimacy. Right? Because then if you're doing the physical act, but then you're still communicating all the time. And, you're still kind of giving her or him that to your life and what you have going on or whatever. That,
Go ahead.
Sorry. That will build intimacy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because communication is the key to that.
And that's what I want to say too. You're right. Communication is the number one pillar for it. But the fear is developing an actual connection.
Right.
Now it's actually being responsible and accountable to this person.
Right.
It's actually now saying, wow, because it's not you, baby. It's really not you.
Right. It's not.
It's not you. It's actually that person's inability to connect. And that is why I'm saying, don't have a hoe phase.
Right.
That is why I'm saying protect yourself, handle yourself with care, right? And allow someone to truly love you and appreciate you for you.
Yeah. And I know people always talk about like protecting your peace.
Right.
Too. But that's real.
It's so real.
Because then it's like a hamster wheel.
Man.
Like, oh, okay, yeah, they're here. Okay. We're doing this. Okay. Now we're okay, but then he's not going to talk to me for this many days. But then he's going to talk to me for a day or two before he comes by. So then, he can do, and then now he's here. Oh, now he's leaving again. And it just keeps on going. It's a cycle, and it's never building to anything more.
I have had friends and clients, seriously, I look up and they're like 6 years into what?
Situationships.
And you become immune to the effects.
Yeah.
So not only does it wears and tears on your self-esteem for certain.
It does, yeah.
And then you become immune to the effects of what it's doing to your self-esteem.
Yes. Right. You become immune to the effects, and when somebody does do more.
Yeah.
You're like, wait.
Right. I don't know what this is.
I don't know what this is, and it's also like, they are my Prince Charming.
Right.
Right? It really, can go one way or the other, but really, they're just doing
regular. They just opened your car door.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
you're like, well,
you went outside with them.
Right, exactly. Right. Like, oh, he took me to dinner. Like, oh, dinner. You know what I mean? Like, we're outside together.
We're at Black Angus. Okay, that's nice.
Some people like that.
Hey, I'm not mad at Black Angus. What I'm saying is Black Angus is a regular everyday.
It's a regular
Applebee's,
everyday.
Chili's, Black Angus.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything phenomenal, but because you're so accustomed to the bare minimum of your house, your apartment, your house.
Or theirs.
Or, well, yeah, sometimes. You know, they be guarded about that too. The men, a lot of times. Yeah. Nah, just pull up on you. Because it's midnight when he's pulling up.
Yeah, so what's really at home? We're not going to get into that story. That's a story for another
Where's my
day.
My Arthur fist? I have my Arthur fist balled
hanging up down by your side.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's real.
It's real.
And it just creates a false sense of, like, love.
Yes.
A false sense of love is traumatizing.
It's
damaging. It's damaging.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It takes years and years and years to recover.
Yeah.
And so that's that. We have to do better.
Yeah.
We have to stop
being out here.
We have to start encouraging better. Like, it's okay. It's okay. This is like the crown jewel, and they all want it and they all love it, and they're going to tell you you're pretty. They're going to. You are.
You hate that pretty.
Oh, my God. Right? They're going to tell you that you're pretty. They're going to tell, oh, you're so smart. You're so beautiful. They're going to tell you those things because you are.
Right.
That doesn't mean that you have to choose them. And that doesn't mean that you have to have sex with them because they've said these nice 2 or 3 things to you.
Yeah. Once again, a false sense of confidence, a false sense of hope, and a false sense of everything because they're not doing more.
Yes. Yes.
They're still, like you said, pulling up to your house at midnight or whatever time.
Yep. And you like the idea of what this feels like, looks like, but it is not that.
Right. Mm-hmm. Most of the time. It's the exception. Like, a lot of people fall in love with the exception to the rule. Like, well, it's going to be me. It can be me.
Right.
But, we know that.
That's not the case.
That's not
most of the time. Yeah. That is not the case. Yeah. A man who loves you and who cares about you is going to do things differently. Right. And it will feel different in your soul.
Yes.
You will know because he won't be chasing your skirt. He will be completely fine listening to you and talking to you and sharing with you, confiding in you.
Yeah.
And allowing you the space to do the same.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree.
Because, listen, we done hit the points. You hear me?
Clacking.
Ding, ding. Okay, clacking.
We've been hanging out with too many high school graduates at all these parties.
Okay.
All these graduation parties.
The high school graduates, the graduation parties their parents have thrown. We have been there.
Thank you. Just to clarify.
Yes, we wasn't at the kids' parties, at the function with the babies. But we're trustworthy, and you see what we're talking about. Keep your legs closed. Okay. No, but sex is a physical act, while intimacy encompasses a broader range of emotional, intellectual, and wait. What is this word? Maybe I typed it wrong. I can read, y'all, okay? I'm the one who do all the research for these podcasts, okay? No, yes, you do. Okay. Encompasses, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, and physical. Emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual. That's intimacy.
Yeah.
That's the 4 pillars of intimacy.
Oh, okay. Those are the actual pillars. Yes. Okay. I'm like, wait. Okay.
Well, they call it stages, honestly. But I feel like it's pillars because it is under the confines of, we don't even have to say, keep saying umbrella. It's like a
fortress.
Fortress of intimacy, or like a pergola of intimacy because it has 4 pillars.
As long as the pergola is closed at the top.
Yes, it is. Mine is. Yeah, I don't want to open. I don't want nothing open. No open relationship situationships. Close that thing up.
Close that thing
Put
up.
A ring on it. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Okay. So the first pillar of intimacy is emotional.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
So
gosh, yeah.
emotional intimacy is a feeling of closeness. And I'm going to stop saying feeling. It's the reality because you have developed, you're making it close. You're
Right.
Intentionally.
Yep, I was going to say that.
Yes,
Yeah.
making it close. So it's the intentional, emotional intimacy. It's closeness and connection with someone. A sense of being known and knowing
Ooh. Yeah.
another person deeply.
Yes.
Ooh.
Being seen.
Being seen.
For real, being seen. Like
the scary part.
The scary part, like, oh my gosh, they see
Yes.
all of me.
Right.
Physically, emotionally, spiritually, like mind, body,
yep,
soul, and spirit. Okay.
Yes.
Like all the things. Yeah, it's being seen and feeling
Felt.
like heard and understood and
understood. And that's exactly understood and accepted by your person.
Yes.
I know.
Man.
I know.
I love that.
Yeah, yes. What? I love it too. Yeah. But I think that this is the part that sometimes catches me for myself when I'm dealing with a man is they might share some emotional moments with me, but because I'm working on my intimacy and being able to be intimately in communication and in connection with someone, I think for a long time I thought that men carried. It's gonna sound weird because they're human, but I didn't think that they carried the same types of emotions as we do. And so I didn't give a lot of credence to their emotions.
Yeah.
And one of my friends, you'll meet him sometime on the podcast. One of my friends, Levance, told me, he was like, I just feel like it's wrong that you don't allow men to feel. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I can't tell you that I'm hurting because you dismiss it.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I do not. And he was like, I feel pain. If I stub my toe being this 6'2", strong man, and I wince in pain, you are going to look at me like I am, a baby or a brat or a liar or something.
Yeah.
And it stuck with me when he said it.
Man, April.
I know. But I had to come to the realization that that's true. And I think that being raised in the generation that I'm raised in, there's been a lot of toxic masculinity around me.
Yes.
And I saw it and I thought it was just what it was. Men don't really feel. Like, because don't cry. What are you talking about? Don't cry. And so
suck it up.
Suck it up.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think with this, and so I'm not like that with my sons. With my sons, I'm like very like, okay, babe, what are you feeling? What are you thinking about this? I mean, they're not crybabies, and that's cool.
So you taught them how to use their words to express their emotions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is so important but I feel like I've seen that with a lot of this younger generation. But I mean, I will say that a lot of them were raised by millennials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Toot again for that horn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's true.
Right.
Different generations. I mean, you learn more as we grow. And just as more like even like research comes out and whatever else, like you learn how to better deal with these types of things. But definitely using your words to communicate your emotions. But what I was going to say too, to what you were saying about, allowing men to
feel.
Yes. Do you think that that's been a big issue in your past relationships? Because if a man can't express to you, like, oh, I'm feeling hurt, or oh, I'm disappointed in this, and you're like, what? There's no like emotional safety net.
There's not.
Okay.
There wasn't.
Okay.
I do feel like now I have to quiet my soul when I hear a man and he's expressing his emotional,
wow,
like whatever, and he's like, it's just really. Let me not
make that voice.
Let me not make the voice.
My God.
I was about to make the voice.
Oh my
because
gosh.
That is what it makes me feel like. What are you saying? Because in certain times, honestly, I feel like I can't be emotional. So what are you talking about? I don't want to hear that. That is how I've thought about it in the past.
Okay.
But yes, when they're sharing something, I was going to use another word. That's
crying
toxic.
about it.
Crying about it, complaining about it.
Okay.
When men are talking to me or sharing something emotional with me, I have to quiet my soul down so that I can hear the human being behind the man.
Wow.
Because if I am looking at you and you're telling me these things, I don't feel anything. But now,
okay,
I quiet my soul down because I'm doing this with intention.
Okay.
I want to be better.
Okay. Yeah.
So I have to listen with my heart so that I can hear them talk.
Yes.
And hear what they're saying. And then I can respond with care.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because they're worthy of that too.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's taken me a long time to get there. Because I'm like, what is this?
Why are you?
Sadness? I just need you to be the rock, the steady force.
And it's like, how exhausting is that?
Yeah.
For them.
How
exhausting.
I know.
Like to always have to be that person. Like they need a person too.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Maybe I've been too many emotional safety nets. Maybe I should close mine up for maintenance.
Your safety net is a little saggy on the bottom.
Everybody's like, oh, here are all of my feelings.
I'd be like, anyway.
Yeah.
But now I it's a work.
It is. It's constant. Yeah. Because of how, because of the generations that came before us. And it just, we can do better and not have to put that on any one side anymore. Because I know women who are like that too. Yeah. Like it's almost like callous, or they feel like they can't express their emotions or whatever. Like, I'm not going to be with somebody who I can't talk to. Yeah. Or express. I mean, I'm not even going to talk to somebody who I can't be open with. Because communication is so important to me. Like, if I'm talking to you consistently, like, just know that I feel something for you. Right. Yeah. And that's, a part of intimacy. That is. That's one of the biggest pillars. Mm-hmm. What, communication? Well, or what did you say? No, emotional. Oh, yes. Support and like emotional intimacy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But communication to me is a pillar of any relationship, any and every. So it's a part of the foundation. Right. That's the middle stem of the umbrella. Okay. And then the 4 pillars are. Oh gosh. I love this umbrella. I'm gonna have to build a model of the house. Oh my gosh. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to build a model because what are we doing? Yeah. Okay, so then of course we know physical. Physical combines the physical act of sex with emotional closeness and trust. Ooh, the big T word. The T word. I had to say it like trust. Trust. Yeah, because I mean, trust and safety. Ooh, that's a good one too. Yeah. Oh no. Not Chanel. Not Chanel. That's okay. Yeah, trust and safety. Like, to me, it just gets no better. Yeah. To be able to be safe. To be able to feel safe in every way. Physically, emotionally, all of the Lees to be able to feel safe in that, like whatever I share,
right,
whatever I do, it's like you said, like, oh, I'm not going to just leave.
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that you feel safe in that. And then, of course, trust. Because, I mean, if I don't trust somebody, I'm not going to share with them.
Nothing.
No, it'll be very surface level. And I don't even like surface level stuff.
I don't either.
You know what I mean? So, for me, if I am sharing, it's because I trust you.
Yeah.
And don't take that for granted.
Please.
Yeah.
Please. I don't want to go back.
Right.
And that's why I've been, I think, so guarded too.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm making progress.
Right.
I don't want to be, going back to the same old way that I've had to do things based on the fear and
right.
the hurt.
Yes.
I don't want to go back to that. No. I want to
No.
continue to grow.
Yes. And feeling safe and being able to trust your partner,
right.
Is top tier for me.
I want to say that I probably I've never had. I thought I had it. Mm-hmm. I feel like I've thought that I've had those types of connections. Okay. Yeah. And I think I did it, but it was not the full length of their relationships.
Okay.
So I've had fragmented moments where it's like, this is utopia.
Right.
What is this magical land? What is this magical land?
Yeah.
And then you're bopped upside the head quickly and drugged back into purgatory.
It's not quick, unfortunately.
Right.
Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's not.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You bopped after 5 years and you're like, oh, damn.
Bopped after 20.
Oh man.
God damn. What?
I'm just now seeing that, this is the hamster wheel I've been on for all this time. And now.
Right.
And now I have to start over because I'm not going to keep doing this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Something's got to give.
Something's got to give. We have to grow.
Yeah.
And once you know, you have to do better.
Right. That's why I love that movie. Something's Gotta Give.
Something's Gotta Give.
You remember?
Yes.
Diane Keaton.
Yes. Are you kidding?
And he was like that.
He was.
Very emotionally guarded.
Yes.
Didn't allow anybody in. Mm-hmm. Intimacy. What do you mean you want to sleep together?
Right.
What do you mean you want to
Yes, that's a great movie reference.
It's a great
Something's Gotta Give. Jack Nicholson, Diane Keaton.
Oh, it's huge. Classic.
It's great. It's wonderful. Yeah,
such a great movie. But it's true. He was so blocked off, and
I know.
She broke that barrier. But he helped her too, which I loved.
Yes, because she didn't trust.
She did not trust. She didn't feel safe.
Yeah,
she always wore the turtleneck, and she was like, "Oh my gosh."
Yes, and she didn't feel seen.
Right. Exactly.
And then, remember when he was like, "Do you have scissors?" Because they were finally reaching this moment. I'm not even going to spoil it for you.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, don't say it. You go watch it.
You got to watch it.
Seen it.
You have to watch it. It's so good.
Yeah.
That's a great movie
And
reference.
he didn't even really see her until she found that man who did see her.
Who did.
And he was a younger man.
Yeah, he was.
And he saw her.
Are you telling me something?
I might be.
I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he showed her intimacy. And then Jack Nicholson was like,
wait a minute.
Anyway,
wasn't it Keanu Reeves?
It was Keanu Reeves.
Oh, my star-studded cast, okay? This
is a great movie.
You have got to see that movie.
Yeah, but definitely, that's like a perfect parallel. Like,
it is.
Safety. Trust. Yeah. And just rebuilding, especially after you've had trauma in relationships, is difficult. But like as a single person, trying to navigate all those things can also be very difficult. So.
And I think that's why the physical, honestly, should be the last pillar that is standing up.
The physical is the easiest part.
That's the easiest part.
I mean, if you lay down.
Right. Everybody can lay down.
Everybody can lay down.
You're not special because you can
sit
hop on pop.
Hop on pop.
You're not special. All the girls can hop on pop. But can you hold a conversation?
Yeah.
Can you sit and make close eye contact?
Mm-hmm.
Can you share air with someone for longer than it takes to have great sex?
Right.
Because here's the thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're in these situationships and you really don't like talking to that person.
Right.
You really don't like sharing. This is not a person for intimacy. Well, if they're not a person for intimacy, baby, they're not a person for sex.
Right.
Because it wears thin fast, and now you're going on to someone else.
Right.
So now you got another notch on your belt, or another penny on the...
Or, on the ring. I don't know what
either.
that means.
On the fence.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you just do it because you're doing it.
Yeah.
Which is also sad. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it's been done.
It's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, we all have needs.
And that's that.
We all have needs.
Right.
And that's that.
Right. And that's just the reality of it. It's nothing, But what I'm saying is to preserve yourself, to be more careful with yourself.
Right.
Just know that by you chasing and craving this cheap substitute, Pastor Albert Tate always says that. Stop grabbing for the cheap substitute and reach for the real thing. Yeah. What you're really searching for is love. What you're really searching for is true communication and true commitment. What you're searching for is closeness. Right. Yes. Mm-hmm. And so if you're not able to achieve it here, then you're going to look there. And then you're going to look there because you're not reaching it. You're not getting the right thing. So hold back, relax, become close, and learn yourself.
Yeah.
Because that is really where it starts.
Right. I agree.
This should be titled Things You Learn After 35. Today.
I am
35.
Today's not my birthday, but I'm not after 45. 35.
How old are you?
I'm sorry. I'm 35.
Exactly. So she's 35.
So things you learn.
No, honey, you're living in your 36th year.
No, we're not going to do
okay. But I do feel
but
like
it is
though.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. You turn one the year after.
Yes.
You've
so
lived
you're not
a year.
36, but you're in your 36th year.
Of living.
And so right now, you qualify to be having this conversation because we can teach our younger selves.
Yeah, I was qualified 5 years ago.
Hello.
Based off of my life.
Based on what I was doing, Just kidding. Right? I'm not this. Hey,
no, this is
a
real.
safe space.
Yeah.
This is Handle Her With Care podcast where we are gracefully unfiltered, right? So I'm giving you the real, but I'm not tearing you down, and I'm building you up in the process. Come on, what are we doing? So, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the next pillar is spiritual. So we've covered emotional, physical, spiritual. So spiritual intimacy is a deep connection between individuals, often centered around shared or complementary beliefs.
Okay.
Values and worldviews.
Oh.
It can involve a shared religious faith, a common sense of purpose, or even just a mutual appreciation for the complexities and mysteries of life.
Man, let me tell you.
Mic drop.
Mic drop, because
whoo,
you know how many...
Get some water on that.
I know. How many people I have stopped talking to because of that spiritual pillar. I'm not even talking just in a biblical sense.
Right.
I'm talking about like worldview sense.
I know.
And I'm like, oh, that's what you think about? Nope. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, okay, like and that's why when I watch like, Love is Blind or something like that. Yep. And they're just like, oh, it's okay, because I just think she's so great. And then they start dating in real life and they're like, oh my gosh, like this man or woman is a monster. I think it was just this last season.
Right.
And the girl was like, no, because this is how I felt about Black Lives Matter. And this is how I felt about da-da-da-da. All these different things. And he was just like, I mean, maybe you can teach me, like, but he didn't care for real. And this was like basically like a part of her life. Whole, like this is a part of her life. Yes. Like, how can you truly share something with somebody, like share a life with somebody or be intimate with someone, if you're like second guessing their morals and values as a person, I can't do it. Like, and I don't want to. You could. You could, because there have been relationships that do that.
Absolutely.
I just don't want to be one.
I don't want to be one either.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No.
Like, can we just share like a genuine care for people?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And of course, like the spiritual aspect, biblically, like I would want my man to have their own relationship with God. Yeah, that's big.
With Jesus.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because right now, I mean, nowadays, honestly, you have to be very specific with that. And what I've learned also by watching Love is Blind, Pop the Balloon, right? Or any other dating show.
Yeah.
Is that, so anyway, wait, really quick. The episode that I just watched is the newest episode of Pop the Balloon.
Okay.
And I was yelling at the screen because there was this guy, excuse me, he was so kind and he was so warm and he was Christian, and he made it very clear that that's what he wanted, someone who was Christian, someone who had shared moral values, right, to establish emotional and spiritual intimacy and connection. And so the woman who was like, yes, I actually go to Grand Canyon University. She was like, I'm getting my master's in the divinity, and I am like, I have a regular job, but I'm also like a youth pastor at my church, and I take care of this and I'm that. I do have a son, I think he was like 8 or something, 10. And she was like, but, I have a great working relationship with his father, and I have weekends. And like, it was like, yes. Go. Ready, set. Don't be scared. Because she said she has a son. Don't be scared.
Right.
Like, hold on.
Yes.
So the last contestant, it was 2 girls with 2 girls left. 2 balloons. Man. And the last girl she said, well, I'm very spiritual.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
And, I don't really like to categorize my relationship with God. It's my very personal relationship with God. And the way that I honor him in every space that I've lived is I build an altar. And I was like, no, not her. I was like, not her. Not because anything's wrong with her doing that for herself, if that's what she's into. But that's not what you're into.
Right.
Do not compromise on your core beliefs.
Right.
When you hear key words, do not compromise.
Yeah.
And of course, he was like, well, when you said you had a son, it just threw me off guard. I'm like, this girl was finna rock with you.
Yeah.
She was about to be praying for you, packing your lunch in the morning. She was about to be putting holy oil in your bath water, brother. Yeah. She was about to be making meals and praying over that food while she's cooking. God bless my hands so that you can strengthen my husband while he's consuming this food that I have put on this plate. Huh?
The emotional support, the loving support that he would have received. And I'm not going to say that the spiritual girl is not going to support him, but it's going to look very different.
Very different.
And if to him, his relationship with God is important.
Right. A relationship, not just with God, because God is now an umbrella, okay? And I always thought it was like Christianity, blah, 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 right? But no, God is, God. And so everyone says they believe in God, but then they don't believe in Jesus, right? Or they're like, yeah, I believe in God and I believe in stones, right? Whatever you're into, that's your business. That doesn't have anything to do with me. Here, I do believe in Jesus. So I know that he will have a tough road ahead.
Yes.
Being with someone who uses crystals and is fine with unks and fine with all the things that spiritual people encompass. Mm-hmm. Right? That's not a part of the normal Christian practice. Right. And that is your business. That is not my business. That is okay for you. Mm-hmm. But I know for him, and that is why I was cheering for the other girl based on what he said he wanted.
Yeah. And it's
because how can you build intimacy? And I just have to complete this thought.
Yes, please.
How can he build intimacy with this girl?
Right.
Wanting this specific type of intimacy that he has explained.
Yes.
But then you do and you choose the literal opposite.
Right. Yeah.
And I think it's fear. I think it's fear of getting it right. I think it's fear of getting it right. Once you get it right, now you have to actually commit.
Well, fear of intimacy is so real.
I know I've been.
I mean, and that falls in line with that.
It does.
Yeah.
Because you would self-sabotage.
She's too perfect.
She's too perfect.
She's too perfect. And it's also a confidence thing, too.
Absolutely.
On the other side of that, it's his confidence.
Absolutely.
Like, she sounds very sure of herself.
Right.
She has it together for the most part. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Right. Like, and so you're running,
this?
Do I even deserve this kind of love?
This kind of love.
Yeah. And intimacy and closeness.
Closeness.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that going to look like? Oh my God, I'm going to be accountable to her.
Accountability.
Not only through her, but to her son, to her family, right?
Yeah.
To this word of God that I stand on.
Right.
If I'm with someone who doesn't really know it, then, you know, falling short is not a thing.
Right.
Because fall short to who? You don't even know.
You don't even know.
But if you know.
Yeah. If you know better, you do better.
Spiritual intimacy is super key.
On so many different levels.
All of them.
Which is why it's like intimacy is so complex.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, to me, it doesn't have to be hard. Though.
Right.
It's just complex.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Right.
Like communication and, we're talking, we're building deep friendships, we're building like a deeper connection through all of these pillars. And like
and we're accepting all the things that come with it.
And acceptance.
We're accepting the what it feels like. You know, we're accepting the phone calls.
Yeah.
We're making the phone calls. We're replying to the text.
Yes.
We're being very present, very intentional. Yes. We're planning the dates.
Yes.
Because I want to sit and I want to look at you and I want to talk to you. I want to hold your hand. I want to walk the beach.
Yes.
Because intimacy doesn't require money.
No.
That's the other part.
Gosh. And how could...
Hey.
Why don't anybody get that? What are we talking about? Do you understand how I could sit and look at somebody that I truly like
at the park,
care about,
under a tree?
Yeah.
I could. I love that. In the when the sun is kind of
out. I was going to say like the beach, but I could do that too.
But I was making it even more close because we don't have a beach, but it's an hour something away.
Yeah.
But the park is right up the street.
Yeah.
It's an easy fix.
It doesn't take a lot of external resources.
No. We want you to have them. Let's be honest. I want you to be well and able to do. Yeah. Amen. But to build intimacy, true intimacy. Go ahead.
Yeah, it really just takes time.
I know.
Time is it. Like, I understand people, well, time is money. It is. You're right.
Yeah.
But it just takes time. You have to spend time.
Yes.
Like, time for me is bigger than anything else.
I know.
Yeah.
Quality time.
I know it's my love language. Yeah.
Yeah. What are your love languages?
Acts of service is number one.
Okay.
Quality time.
Mm-hmm.
What are 3 gifts? Words of affirmation and physical touch. Physical touch for me has moved up.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. It wasn't high up on the list because I was equating that to sex.
Ooh, right.
So physical touch in an intimate way.
Right.
Is probably solid number 3.
Come on.
Right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. And then, so yes, acts of service, quality time, they're like 1 point off.
Right.
So they're very close.
Okay.
Physical touch, words of affirmation, and gifts.
Okay.
Yeah. Gifts is not.
It's not your fave.
No. Because you can just buy a gift.
Right.
But, I mean, you know, gifts and acts of service can go hand in hand. Like, oh, you see that, you know, I'm mixing this by hand. So then you buy me a hand mixer. A hand mixer. Or, you know, my little stand mixer. Stand mixer. That's the one. You know what I mean? So
the good one.
The good one.
Mm-hmm.
The KitchenAid.
The KitchenAid.
In red.
Red.
KitchenAid.
Wink, wink. Stand mixer. Available. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. With the little extra attachments.
The extra attachments.
You know, but like, so those types of things go hand in hand to me.
Yes.
Like you see a need that I have.
And you feel it.
Right. But that goes with communication. That comes with paying attention to me.
Yes.
Knowing me.
Being seen.
Mm-hmm. Being heard.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I'm pretty open. Like, I kind of say like what I need or maybe what I want. You know, those things are, I'm pretty open with stuff like that.
Right.
With like expressing what my needs are. But, yeah, I guess. What?
Nothing.
Oh.
Well, mine are.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. What are yours?
It's okay. No, mine are physical touch.
Okay.
So I used to think, hear me out, that it was sexual.
Yes.
I used to think that, but it was still my number one. Wink, wink. I told y'all I had a phase. Okay?
Yeah.
I had to get myself together. I had
to was out here.
Got 2 kids. Okay.
In the streets. Huh?
I thought, no, not the streets, but the sidewalk.
Wait.
Huh? What's worse?
I don't know.
Sidewalk is kind of dirty.
Well, yeah, it's okay. We know what you mean.
I mean, yeah, I wasn't in the streets.
You were out here.
I was
going to say
though.
that. You were outside.
I was outside.
Yeah. Anyway. Under the tree.
Yeah. With my baby, I was married though. Okay, so that's it. I wasn't out here for that.
Okay.
Anyway, my my love languages are, my first is physical touch, but what I was trying to say was that I thought it was mostly sexual.
Right.
But now that I have matured, I crave physical touch, like touch.
Yes.
You know.
I love a face.
A hair. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I love that. You know.
Yeah.
A side, when we're sitting, you grab my side, my back. Like, I don't even want you over sexual talking to me until it's time for that. Like, I don't want you being like saying dirty stuff. Now, if you say something cute, like, oh, baby, oh my goodness, you look so good, girl. What are you whipping? Okay, now. Yeah. Then I'm like, okay, I look good. But if you start going too, like, but in my younger days,
raunchy, dirty.
I was cool with the raunchy. I was cool with that. I liked it. I was like, oh my God, he's nasty. But now I don't feel like that. It's a turn off because I crave intimacy.
Yes.
Over sex. So quality, no, okay, so anyway, physical touch is number one.
Yes.
Quality time is a very, very, very close second.
Yes.
When I thought that words of affirmation were like not even on my list, they are.
Yes.
It's like number 3 for me.
Okay.
Because I get weird.
You're so pretty.
No, not pretty.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
No, that's different. You're so pretty. Shut up. You're so cute. What I feel is when you're telling me, like, wow, I see you.
Deeper.
I be like,
you're seen.
Oh,
yeah, now I'm.
You can see me. You saw me doing good. Like, that's how it makes me feel.
Right.
Which is good. Yes. I'm just not used to it.
Right. Okay.
It makes me feel so like I could just bust. I'm like, oh,
literally,
he could see me. No, not literally nasty. Dang.
Oh.
Handle me with care.
No, but
no,
I mean, okay. I'm like, well, those types of things are a turn on.
They are a turn on, but I'm saying, like,
I know.
I don't know if anyone else that resonates with anyone else what I'm saying, but when someone sees you and they acknowledge it verbally and they're telling you,
yes,
like, babe, you don't even know. I'm like I said, I get a internal, it's like my, it's like energy. I can feel the energy, and it makes me feel vibration.
Yes.
And I'm like, what is this? This is what I like.
Yes.
I like this. When you tell me in a very affirming way how you feel about me, what you saw me do, saw me accomplish, see me grinding or working something, and you're like, baby, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm like, so that's number 3.
Okay.
Which sounds like should be number 1.
But I should have given more explanation on mine. Go ahead. What's your number 4?
I think my number 4 is, what did I say? I said physical touch, quality time, words of affirmation.
Yeah.
What's left? Gifts and what's the other one? I always forget this one.
Acts of service.
Acts of service. So I'm going to go ahead and put acts of service as number 4.
Okay.
Even though I feel like it's like number 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Because truthfully, acts of service,
come on, tell me about myself.
Right. She's totally acts of service all day.
All day.
But acts of service, there is something to be said for someone who sees the need.
Come on. Oh.
I have to do it in my open voice. Sees the need. And steps in.
Man.
To fill it.
Oh. There's
sees
nothing
the gap.
Like it. Yes.
And it's like, baby, what? I got you. I'm filling in those gaps. What are you talking about? Gap where? Keep stepping. I've already made it to where you don't have to think about that gas in your car. What are you saying?
Yes.
Babe, what? Just get in and go. I don't even want you stopping because I want you to be safe.
Right.
Huh? That's the type of stuff I'm talking about.
Yes.
So that's absolutely number 4 and number 1, number 2, number 3 too. It's very important to me. Very. And I don't want to always have to say it. And I know people be like, oh, that's a Virgo thing. Whatever, to be like, read my mind and love me through reading my mind and to get it right though.
But that's a part of being seen. And that's why acts of service people are like, wait, do you see me?
Yes.
Because if you saw me,
this wouldn't even be a thing.
Right. Like, I feel like it's really an easy love language. I know.
To get right.
It
could be if they're in tune.
Right. If you're seen.
Yeah.
If you're close.
Yes.
If you have that
practicing
that connection.
Intimate, emotional, spiritual.
Come on.
And physical. I mean, intimacy.
And I think that's why people are scared of acts of service people.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, you can't
fake this one.
You can't fake this one.
Right.
Yeah. Like you can, like I said, they bought me gifts.
Yeah.
Gifts is your number 5.
Gifts is number 5. Yeah. But I do like gifts. I've learned that about myself too. I used to shy away from it because I'm like, that's materialistic. Guys are going to think you're gold. I have gold. Okay? I'm not digging for yours. I want you to have yours too.
Yes.
I have to say that very direct because I hate that. I hate that term. Why in the heck are you getting gold, sir? If the point was not to attract another woman or a woman. Now, the goal is for her to also have gold and for her to also have rubies and jewels.
Come on.
I'm speaking in like treasure terms because we are that. We are royalty.
Right.
I absolutely have sapphires and rubies and diamonds and jewels and gold.
Yes.
However, why are you working so hard to get the gold that you think that all the women are digging for? If your goal was not to attract your perfect spouse.
Right.
Why are you digging for gold? And then you're using it in a way that is so ugly to try and make it seem like
women are out here for that.
And hear me.
Yeah.
There are some.
This is a hot topic, I tell you.
It is. It's ugly. There are some that are completely open saying, I just want their money. I'm not talking about those girls.
No.
Those are not us. I'm talking about women who value themselves.
Yeah.
I'm talking about women who care about themselves, are building financially for themselves, emotionally, spiritually for themselves, and want the person who they are with to do the same.
Yes.
I am not talking about a one-sided relationship.
Right.
I am not talking about a gold digger, but I just even want that conversation to change.
Yes.
Because it's ugly.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
It's ugly. She just want me for my money. But you will buy...
But you ain't got none. I'm just going to say it. What?
Well, thank you for coming to Handle Her with Care podcast. Topic of today was intimacy. She shut it down.
I'm sorry, but it's true. Like, you know how often...
Oh, my God.
I'm like, wait, I'm sorry.
Girl, what? I can't even look at the camera. I can't even look at the people. I'm shamed.
Yeah.
What?
Well, anyway, on this episode about intimacy, you ain't got no money. Emotional net is now broken.
Right. I thought I could trust her.
Yeah.
No, I just, what are you working so hard for if it's not to be a provider?
Right. Well, maybe they don't want to be.
Then I want you to stop dating and I want you to leave us alone.
Yeah.
If that is not the goal while you're working so hard to provide, if provision is not in your scope, then I want you to stop dating.
Right.
Because
Take a moment.
It's not
Take
even just
time.
about money. It's about, I want to be loved.
Right.
With an open hand. I say it all the time.
Yes, because I do that. I am that way.
I am too.
I can't even help myself.
I don't want to.
I don't want to help myself.
I want to love you open-handedly.
Yeah.
Baby, what? You hungry?
You hungry? Here's some food.
Here's some food.
Yeah.
You brought me a cool idea. Let's expound it.
Yes.
Expand it.
Let's build it.
Let's build it.
Yeah.
Baby, you say you're tired?
Yeah, you
all right. Let me get you some rest.
Yes.
Let me help you. Let me, oh God, a hot shower with me? Yes.
Yes.
Let's bathe each other and let's talk while we're face to face and close. What? I don't want to love someone who is like this.
No.
And when they're talking to me and they're talking about, oh, well, I took you to, where, when, SmackDown? I don't know.
I don't even know.
And that should be enough. I mean, I ain't going to be. But then with your boys, right? You freely give. Yeah, you buying chains. I know. I'm like, wait, what's the date?
Yeah, because girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we just don't, I mean, for me, I just don't operate like that.
No.
With anybody.
No.
And maybe I should stop. But I don't want to stop.
Right.
Like,
I don't want to change.
I don't want to change.
Because
about me, especially.
These are good qualities.
These are great qualities. But, I mean, that also is like an acts of service person.
Yes, it is.
I'm that across the board.
Right.
Like, oh, you're hungry? Like, let me feed you.
Right.
Oh, you're thirsty? Let me. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, I do.
Okay, you want
Are
this?
You thirsty?
I
Are
saw
you
this?
hungry? Do you need anything? What is it? What can I do? And to be honest, even being this way, even though I'm choosing intentionally not to change that part of me.
Right.
But it has not served me well in the dating life.
Right.
Because it is never reciprocated and it is not understood.
It's not understood.
And
nope.
And you will get dragged.
I know.
You know, like the old ugly kind.
I know.
Like you got my leg and you're just driving and I'm just
I know, but then like I said, it's a hard thing when that's just who you are. Yeah. Like that's just who I am at my core. It's like, oh, you need something or oh, you want something.
Right.
Or maybe you didn't even say that you wanted it, but I just saw it and I was like, oh, this reminds me of this person. Ooh. Yes. Yeah. Like that is just me.
And all of it.
Yeah. Not to, I mean, I don't do it to everybody.
No, you can't.
You know, you can't. Because that would be wild.
That would be weird.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It would no longer be intimate.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But those are things that, like you said, about being seen.
Right.
That is me.
That's you.
Like, I want to see them.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So, mental refers to sharing ideas, beliefs, and perspectives within the relationship. It involves intellectually stimulating discussions, open-mindedness, and a willingness to learn from each other's viewpoints.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh,
my
Jesus.
goodness. Because, you know, one of the worst and and maybe I need to change this, but one of the most frustrating things is when a man, for me, will say like, yeah, because let me show you something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta teach you something.
Oh, man.
I'm like,
what is that?
What is that? And why are you saying, because that's, to me, not safety.
Right. Right.
Right?
Because they're trying to demean your intellect.
That's like the power dynamic, right, is off. And that to me is not intimacy, or like we can learn from each other. Like, you don't have to be like, yeah, because you don't know.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
Yeah,
you didn't know that?
That too.
Sorry.
No, but I mean, I get that too. Because, like, I'm an educated woman.
Right.
So I get men, or interact with men, past tense, that love to try to do that.
Right. Me too.
You know what I mean? Like,
belittle my brain.
Yes.
And make me seem like, I'm only comfortable if you're stupid.
Yeah, or find something that they know more than you. Right. And then it's like,
exploit it.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you. Like, no.
But why, and here's the other side of it.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about a man who can just be about it.
That's it.
There's something beautiful.
Yes.
When a man can just be about it.
You don't have to talk about it.
Talk about it. Why?
Why?
You sound crazy.
Yeah.
And I will quickly remove myself from the equation because I am a smart person.
Right.
And I do value a shared intellect.
Yes.
And what you're doing right now, when you say these things like, because I'm going to show you, because I got to teach you.
Why you have to do that
Girl,
voice?
because it's the dumb man voice. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not coming down on the men, but this is who I date, is men. So I'm sharing my experience. So hopefully somebody can learn from it.
Yeah.
It is unacceptable.
Yes.
When you're dating a woman, period.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean a grown person, a woman, who is looking to date a man. It is unacceptable.
Yeah.
When you say things like, because I got to show you everything. Yeah, because you don't even know. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah. Then there's the flip side of that,
which is
where we do know.
Yes.
And then there's the men,
right,
from my experience and yours, I know too, that say, well, you
go ahead.
Well, you have to show me everything.
Right.
And I get it. Like, we do like to do stuff, go places, experience new things.
Right.
But also, it's exhausting always being
the one.
Like, we can teach each other stuff. That's what the shared intellect for me is. It's like, okay, yes, maybe I've traveled more than you, but maybe you've done whatever else. And it's like, oh, okay, great. Like, we don't even have, like you said, we don't even have to talk about it. It's not a competition. Like, yes, okay, my version of a nice restaurant might be different than yours. And I'm also a, what is it? Where you just show it and then... The word is escaping me.
Okay.
Right? So it's like, okay, yeah, so for your birthday, we're going to go here. And then we're going to.
Right. So you're setting the standard and the stage. And then it's like, okay, can you follow suit? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now you see the quality and the type of things that I enjoy.
Yes.
And you see how I'm sharing this with you.
Yes.
Now reciprocate that.
Yes. Not even all the
fashion, but not the same way, time. It's not a competition.
Right.
But if you see that I am a girl, a woman who enjoys the finer things, then, and I'm showing you by taking you for your birthday.
Yes.
Because that would be my turn to reciprocate all of the times that you have taken me out and shown me off and done all of the things. And so on your birthday, I am, of course, going to, in this wonderful relationship that we're in.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Then I will say, babe, I made some reservations.
Yes.
get ready.
Yes, because the reciprocal doesn't have to be, like you said, be the same thing. It's like, oh my gosh, like we do have this closeness. Yes. We do have this love, this relationship. And, you know, I am taking you here.
Yes. I'm sharing.
I'm sharing this, you know, experience with you, or, you know, I'm taking you for your birthday or whatever, not because like I want you to take me for my birthday and now you have to outdo me. Like you said, it's no competition.
It's not a competition.
It's like, well, no, like I love you. I want to experience these things with you.
Right.
Together. Like we're experiencing them together.
Yeah.
And that's to me like the shared
to elevate
each other and together.
Right.
I love it. Elevation.
Me too. Me too. Me too. Yeah. It's necessary.
Yeah. And the biggest for me, like, and just like going back, like as a single woman, like the biggest misconception is because we do all these things that, you know, they can't keep up.
Right.
And I'm
that's
like,
what misconception.
Yeah. Like, what do you think? We're out here at Steak 48 every night?
No.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, no, we are just... Right now we're like elevating each other because we are like single and we're sisters and we're just like, oh, okay, yeah, like let's go to new restaurants, new places.
We're gonna travel. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go there.
Yeah,
it's not to say, you know,
I've been here.
You haven't. You can't go.
Yeah,
but because we are mentally stimulating each other,
right?
You know, and wanting to grow that leg of our intimacy, with our guy whenever he comes into the picture, guys whenever they come into the picture, then that's just, we're strengthening that leg,
right?
And that's why I thought that this was a great topic today, because I know I could use strength in this area.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, of intimacy, period.
Just intimacy,
intimacy, period. So all those pillars play a role. Yeah. You know, so ways that, and I want to hit these quick 5 tips before our time.
Yes.
When you're in a relationship, right? Ways that you can build intimacy are.
Ooh, yes. Give me the tips.
Number 1.
Okay.
Disclose more of yourself.
Yes.
Disclose more of yourself.
Yes. That one's self-explanatory. Be open.
Be open.
Yes.
Tackle a project together.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's so cute.
You learn so much about a person.
Yeah.
And you're like building that. You learn so much about a person and you're building that trust.
Yes. Yeah. Project trust. Like, who's managing this project? Let's see how it comes to fruition.
And are you going to finish it?
Together. Are we going to finish it?
Yeah.
You know, what's my assignment? Okay, so we're doing it. We're matching it and we're fixing it and we're doing it. Okay, wow, babe, I'll get the hammer. You get the drill. I'll get the... Yeah. And you put it together and you do that. And I love that. And I was sharing with my mom, our mom earlier, that my friend, her and her husband, this is not a project, but this is like a experience thing, this intimacy thing that they experience. They had a goal that they would visit every stadium in every state on their love journey. So it's basketball, football, and baseball. Oh, so if in California they're visiting, we got a up north and a down south. Yeah, they done been to all of them. Okay, Atlanta. Okay, Tennessee, Texas. Right. They go to every state, and that's like not their project, but that's like their thing. The way that they, So they do together. Falls under the same thing. Like, who's planning? Okay, baby, you planned Texas. Okay, I got Tennessee. So now we're gonna do it like this. Da 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 da. We're gonna go here.
Yes.
Love.
Building that closeness.
Yeah. Okay. Show appreciation.
Love that.
I know. Yeah. Because I think that it goes unnoticed. I think that there's a lot of people that don't realize the quality and like the heaviness of a true thank you. I don't think that people really understand that even though that's your man, even though that's your woman, saying thank you means a lot. Yeah. Because honestly, out here in these single streets,
they don't have to.
They don't have to.
Yeah.
But the fact that someone wants to, and the fact that they're willing, and they're so kind to do it with you, for you, to you, okay? Thank you.
Yeah.
Goes a long way.
Yes. I also like a good I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm like, wait, no, I appreciate whatever it is.
Right.
Like,
yep.
I appreciate you.
Yes.
And making it known I appreciate you.
We talked about it with flirting. That eye contact when you're saying it.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. I appreciate you, who you are, baby, what you did. Thank you. This means so much to me.
Yes.
You drew my bath after this long day. And you sat with me while I took my bath. You were reading. I was sitting, scrolling. Like what?
Sounds like an act of service.
Sounds like an act of service coupled with quality time.
Yes. My top two.
And don't reach back into the water on me.
Hey! We didn't. We talked about sex, but we didn't really talk about it a lot. But
we coming back. We coming back. Don't reach back in the water on me.
Golly.
Please,
please do.
Yes.
Please do.
But I'm saying,
yeah,
that's another tier.
Yes.
That's another pillar. Yes, another pillar. That intimacy is standing strong. Ooh. You hear me? Good God.
And we needed to stand nice and firm. Strong.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, you missed my
joke. I'm sorry. Go.
I said we needed to stand nice and firm. Strong.
She's so nasty, but I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so strengthen emotional connection. Yes. So that means making sure that you're eye contacting. We talked about that in our flirting episode.
Yes.
And we were talking about ways that you can flirt and ways that you can continue to be close or learn how to be close.
Yeah.
Well, the way that you can continue closeness also is sitting and making eye contact and talking.
Yes.
So that you can be close.
Yeah. But emotional too is, I think I said it towards the beginning, like sharing those thoughts, your dreams, your fears, your hopes, your just all of it. Sharing that with your person.
Yeah.
Your partner, that to me would build an emotional
straight up
connection.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. And then our last one is prioritize quality time.
Yeah, that's my love language.
I know, mine too.
Yeah.
Prioritize it. It is intentional. We are going on a date.
Yes.
Honey, be ready. Every Thursday, every Friday night. That's our night. We can get rid of the kids or whatever we have to do. Like we have to, and I don't mean get rid of like that, but we can find a sitter, right? Yeah. We can leave them home if they're older. So that we can make sure that we're expressing and having our intimate time together.
Yeah.
Because it is
quality time. Time is, to me, time is intimacy.
It is.
Period. If you're spending time, and I've said this a lot recently, like if you're spending time with someone, that is building intimacy.
It is.
Period.
It is 100%.
Yeah.
It's building intimacy. It's building that shared connection.
Yes.
So I had a great time having intimate conversation with you, my beautiful sister.
Conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for talking with me about this very big topic.
Yeah.
It's a big topic because it has so many layers. I feel like we uncovered a lot of them. What's so amazing is that next week I will have Dr. Chantrice on the podcast.
Yes.
And she will be going in more depth on intimacy, on sex. She's a licensed sex therapist. She is an actual therapist. Like she's all the therapists types, whatever that is. Okay, she does it all. I'm serious. Like this girl's real. So I'm very excited about that. And so hopefully it can unpack and give you some more resolution to maybe some things that you have open-ended, some questions that you may have, or some things that you desire that you haven't quite found the answers to.
Yeah.
And so, yes. So anyway, I'm excited about that. But I did just want to say again, thank you for coming on.
I had some final thoughts.
God, please share them. Are you kidding?
Sorry, I know.
Yes.
I mean,
Please.
Well, just in, today's world and in today's culture,
yes,
so many things are casual, You know, like we mentioned, situationships or whatever. Like these are all casual, and it can be very difficult to navigate them. But I just want to encourage everybody, you know, to be intentional with your relationships, with who you're sharing your heart and your soul and your dreams and your feelings with, so that, you know, you are not stuck on the hamster wheel of situationships, of fake love, of fake intimacy, stuff that won't last and is not fulfilling.
Right.
Because that's what we strive for, is to, you know, have a fulfilling relationship and quality relationship with somebody that, you know, we care for. So just, if you know, set boundaries, be into boundaries. We didn't even talk about boundaries.
We didn't talk about boundaries.
My gosh. But setting boundaries, you know, being intentional, choosing yourself. That's a big one, you know, especially with, like I said, like before.
Right.
You know, we're laying down just because it's like, oh, he called me. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Like, what?
Why?
We don't want to do that. We want to build real relationships with real people who genuinely, like, care for us.
Yes, and are serious about us.
I
can't wait to have, you know, my man.
Yeah.
Be serious about me. Are you kidding?
Yeah, because you deserve it all.
Yes.
Yeah, the connection, you know, I mean, the sex too. We're not like negating the fact that sex is a need.
It's very much so.
Human physical need. But like, you can have it all.
Right.
And we're striving to have it all.
I believe that. I've said it before. I say it every week. I believe that I am the girl that can have it all. I believe all of us can. It's just proper placement of the things.
Yes.
And so this has its proper place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are my final thoughts.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Final thoughts with Steph.
Hold on. Is that a thing?
That's a thing. You need a room up in here in the podcast?
I might.
Final thoughts with Steph. Yes. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
To my Handle Her With Care guests, thank you so much for tuning in, seriously. And hanging out with us for this good old hour and a half. But it was good. I hope that it fed you, and I hope that you learned and you grew with us.
Yes.
I do want to say that I am your host, April Marie. This is my guest co-host of the day, Steph. Thank you so much to 661 Creators Space for this beautiful space where we podcast and have a great time doing it.
Yes.
Thank you again to my sponsors, and I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Visit my Instagram at @rockstar_life. At @rockstar_life.
Yes.
Also, you can visit at My Hair Honey for the product page. And then you can also go to my YouTube if that's where you're watching it, or you can visit us on Apple Podcasts. Handle Her With Care _podcast on Instagram. I'm struggling. And then on
all right.
It's okay.
You'll get it down.
I will.
Yeah.
And then on YouTube, it is Handle Her With Care podcast. That's the new one.
Boom.
So I'm so excited. Done.
Yeah.
Right?
Done.
I'm trying to get everything streamlined and succinct, okay? So that it can just be easy. I just want you to find it all. Oh, and you can just visit my website. And my website has all the links there too. It's aprilmarieholland.com. That's it. Okay.
That's it.
So thank you for this time. I've so appreciated you.
Yeah.
I've so appreciated all of you. And I hope that this podcast finds you well, and I hope that it helps you to grow, because that's what we're doing all together.
Yes.
I love you. Have a blessed and beautiful day. And Handle Her With Care, signing off. See ya.
Bye.